Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. What I'm doing here is I am building a set of universal science fiction rules, so I'm doing a playtest here. The scenario is these corporate mercenaries here have decided to do business in Hutt territory, and they haven't been giving the Hutts a kickback, so the Hutt has sent his 2 units of Hutts here to take out the mercenaries, and mercenaries just got to defend themselves. So the sequence of play in this is the first turn, both Hutt units will attack before the mercenaries get a chance to defend, but turns after that, it will be Hutts will activate 1 unit, then 1 mercenary unit, then 1 Hutt, then 1 mercenary. They alternate. And during a turn, there's 2 things you do. The first is you spend up to 4 actions, and the actions can be shoot, which is 2 actions, aim, which is 1 action, fire indirect fire weapon, which none of them are going to do because they don't have one. Move is 1 action, and leader spotting for indirect fire is 1 action. They actually, the Hutt leader can do that because they have off-board artillery. The mercenaries don't have any artillery. So let's get the game started, and I'll explain what I'm doing as it goes on. Hutts here have a movement of 2. So actually the first thing he's going to do is call in artillery here. Puts a marker here to show where he wishes for it to land. And if it lands right there, it'll hit everything within 3 inches of it. So maybe he'll move it there. 3-inch radius, that is, not diameter, so 6-inch diameter. So he'll roll, and he gets a -5 to his D20 die roll because they're in cover. They roll an 18, which becomes a 13, so that lands exactly where it should. And all 3 of these guys are within 3 inches. Each of these mercenaries has an armor of 1, so I'm going to roll a d6 for each one and subtract 1 from it. And the total will be the amount of damage they took. Each of these has 5 hit points. So that one takes 4 hit points. He has... he has 1 hit point left, I meant. Next one goes. He takes 1 hit point from the artillery. And next one here, he takes 5, so he's dead. And the Hutt has 3 actions left. So he's going to move forward in the cover. Move forward 6. Each action will bring forward 2 inches, so about there. And this guy here is going to move forward 6, and then he's going to fire 1 shot with his rifle into them. It's a D20. Normally it's a D20 -5 for cover, but since he's within 4 inches of his leader, he gets a +1 to his die roll. So it's a -4. 4 minus 4 is 0. That didn't hit. Mercenaries get to fight back now. Each of them are going to take 2 aims and a shot. So the shot is 2 action points, and each aim is 1 action point, and each aim gives you a +2 to your die roll. So that's 2 shots at this guy with, they get a total of +4, but it's -5 because he's in cover, so that 2 shots at -1. They need a 10 to hit. That was a 9 that didn't hit, but the 17 hits because it becomes a 16. So they do d6 damage. The Hutts have armor of 2. So 5 minus 2, that Hutt takes 3 damage, so he's down to 9. And these necrotic cyborgs here are part of their unit. They're going to wait a while before they deploy. They only have melee weapons, but they're good in melee. They just don't have any ranged weapon. Alright, next unit will go. It'll be this unit of Hutts over here. They're going to run forward 3 move actions and then shoot. They're just trying to get into cover. They're actually in... the ones behind this are in cover right now, but... Alright, so they'll take 3 shots at -5 because they're in cover. And that's 3 misses. Now these guys will go here. They're each going to do 2 aim actions. So +4, -5 for cover. So they're at -1. So they get 2 hits. And this guy right here, let's see how much damage they did. Only 1 damage, because again, armor of 2, so the 1 becomes negative, so that's nothing. And then the 3 - 2 is 1, so he's down to 11 hit points. It's back to next turn. And the Hutt will go first. He's going to call in artillery again. Puts it right there. That's his aim point. And it's a D20 -5. 18 -5 is 13. You only need the 10 to hit, so that's a direct hit. So it hits both of them. And the first one will do D6 -1. So it does 1 damage to him. And the next one, that does 5 damage, so this guy's dead. Now the mercenaries will go. He's going to take 1 shot with 2 aims at him for a -1. And he misses. Right, these guys are going to start rolling. They got a movement rate of 3, so they're going to do 4 moves, so they move 12 inches. Alright, other side of the board here. These guys are going to move forward 3 times for a total of 6 inches of movement, and then each one's going to fire 1 round into the building. So they're firing at a -5. So they do get 1 hit, and that does D10 damage. I'm using a percentile dice here. I don't have my regular D10, but so 9 -1 armor becomes 8, so he kills 1 of them. Alright, these guys go here. Hutts are out of cover now, so each one's just going to do 2 shots here, needing 10s. First guy's going to do his 2 shots at that Hutt. And that's 2 hits, doing 2 damage, so he's down to 9. Next guy takes 2 shots at him, and they both missed. Wow. And these are going to move out, so that one can get to around here. Back to over here. He's going to call in artillery here again. Artillery seems kind of powerful in this. Maybe I should have it where you can only call in artillery every other turn. Like I said, these are experimental rules I'm making, so I'm going to be making like lots of alterations as I go along. But let's see what happens. 14, so that's a miss. So let's see what direction it goes in. So it goes 12 straight that way and 2 inches. So that might actually still hit. 2, so that's right here, and he's still within 3 of it, so he's going to take D6 damage. So he takes 3 damage, and he's dead. Yeah, I think the artillery might be a little too powerful in this game. Have to tone that down. Alright. And then he's going to jog forward 3. And this guy's going to move his full movement at 8. I don't have any terrain effects yet, so you get full movement everywhere on the board. Later on I'll add terrain effect rules, basically saying probably you'll get half movement or something in rough terrain, but that'll be later. Alright, so he moved his full amount. Okay, and as this unit here goes, So he's going to move into there, he'll move into there, and he's got plenty of room. So these guys, they have a melee value of 3, but the Hutts have a, this guy, this Hutt, the Hutt leader, has a melee value of, so it's 3 minus 6, so they're at minus 3, but they get plus 2 for attacking, so they're at minus 1. However, they have a special ability for each other cyborg that's in a base-to-base contact with their target. They get 1, so they'll get an additional 2. So let me figure this out again. So it's 3 minus 6 is negative 3 plus 2, so they're at negative 1 plus 2, so they're at plus 1. So 3 dice at plus 1, needing a 10. And they get 1 hit. And so that's a 12, so you take the 12 minus 9 is 3, so he takes 3 damage, but he has 2 armor, so he only takes 1, so he's down to 8. This side of the board here. They're gonna do 6 shots into this group here. They're gonna try and kill those guys. So the first one does 2 shots at this guy, and one of them's a hit. So do, let's see what his armor is. His armor's a 2, so he did 2 damage minus 2, so that's 0 damage. Next one's gonna fire at this guy. 2 hits. Actually, I rolled the, let me redo that other one. I rolled the wrong one. I should have rolled a D10. All right, so this on this one, it wasn't a 2. That's a, he did 10 damage minus 2 armor, so that's 8, so he killed this guy. And next guy, he had 2 hits here, so let's roll as 2 hits. That does 6 damage, and the next one does 4, so that killed this one too. And this third guy here, he's just going to fire into the building. So neither one hit. Alright, these guys here, they're going to take 4 shots at this guy here. So that's 3 hits on him. So roll 3 damage dice. So 3, 2, and 0. So 5 damage. So the Hutt is down to 4. Alright, new turn over here. She's just going to stay there, and this one's going to move into contact here. So she does her melee attack now. She's a 6, and they're a 3. So that's a 3 plus 2, so she's got a plus 5 against them. So that's 25 minus 9 is 16, so this one's killed. Next guy goes, he's got a, he's just a 5, and they're a 3, so plus 2, and then plus 2 for attacking, so that's 4. So that's a 18 minus 9 is 9, so that one's dead. Well, alright, this unit goes now, and he's going to attack. So that's 3, 4, 5, and she's a 6, so that's a minus 1. Wow, you rolled a 5, so that's a 4, nothing happened. Over here, these guys. This one jogs forward 6 inches, and he throws a satchel charge in there. Satchel charge will detonate, and injure everything in the building on the beginning of his next turn, so they have till then, the mercenaries, to move out of there to protect themselves. So these two are going to stay where they are and fire. They get a -5, but they're going to do two aim actions each, so they'll end up with a -1 shooting into the building. One hit. And 8 damage, so it killed one of them. Alright, this guy here is going to fire on him. And then after that, he has to move out. So that's actually a miss. So he's going to move 8 inches away to get out of the building when it blows up. Alright, next turn. This is almost over. The other games I played, it was more balanced. A lot more Hutts got killed. But I guess it depends on the die roll sometimes. Alright, they both move in to attack this guy. So he's got a +5. So he does only 1 damage to him. This one's going to go. It's got a +4, so that's 17 -9. 8, so this is actually killed then. We have just one mercenary unit left here, so he's just going to run. Actually, their turn goes first, though, so the building blows up. And he's going to move 8 inches to here. These two will make it to the edge of the building. Actually, that one will move to the side a little bit and take one shot at him in the open. And that's a hit. And it does 5 damage, so he's killed. Anyhow, that is the basics of the game. Like I said, I'm still working on it and adjusting stuff. This was an oddball game. The other typical games, either all the Hutts were killed or they had it's anywhere from 3 to 5 of them were killed, so this is kind of an oddball game. But anyhow, thanks for watching and have a good evening.